Well, hi everyone. Welcome to Monday Night Zoom. I am super excited. My name is Angie, if you guys do not know me, and I have been with Plexus for going on 9 years. It's a hesitant because I am one of those ones that had started and then I quit because the products weren't working for me. JK, they were working, but in my head, they were not. So if you are here and you have started and stopped, you're not alone, and you can do this and you can come back. You can stop and you can come back and still be successful. So don't let those mindset thoughts interfere with what you do. And that's what I'm going to really talk about today is because I've come and gone, and I've also had the time where I was just watching from the sidelines. And I know there's a lot of us out here that have been there before. And something that I really cherish is mental health. I am working in the field of mental health. I do have a master's degree in social work, and I just was like, it's time for me to focus on me and focus on my thoughts and how I am handling situations because I was not handling them appropriately. And I don't want you to be like, well, dang. I want you to really take in what I'm saying and use what I'm sharing with you because, again, it's coming from my heart because I'm living it. I could get emotional with it. Bree knows how far I've come, and I just want to be able to help someone else feel the success from those negative thoughts. Can you all see my screen? You're good? Yes, no, probably not. Yeah, you can see Bree? I can see
I'm
you.
so sorry. I couldn't figure out how to unmute. Y'all, anybody can do this. Yes, I can see you, Angie. I can
Okay,
see your screen.
perfect. All right, perfect. All right. So I just want you first to acknowledge, those thoughts that come to your head. Oh, sorry. My screen went berserk on me. Okay. So really want you to acknowledge, those thoughts that we face. And it's not really the thoughts that we are, our biggest battle is not the real world. I want you to think that. Like, I know the real world is crazy out there. However, the thoughts that are really, what is really stopping us are the thoughts in our head. For example, you're not good enough. I'll never make it. What will people think of me because I'm posting so much on social media? Those little whispers, if you have those, put a one in the comments so that we know that we are not alone. I really want you to really know that these thoughts are normal for any one of us to have. And I personally had them. But guess what? If you can recognize those thoughts and those whispers of lies and tell yourself those are lies, they will not continue to hold you back. They will make you grow. So my goal today is to help you learn about how to flip those whispers, those negative thoughts, those people that are maybe spamming your messengers, your messenger with negative comments or negative feedback. Maybe it's family members that are just like talking and downgrading what you're doing because they don't believe in it. I want you to be able to take those thoughts and make them something else. And don't let them be your fear or the fear that you're going to be the rejection. I want you to help you with those battles within your mind. So again, fear of rejection. Rejection is one of the devil's favorite tools. And I laugh at this because it's something that it was a big thing for me before I was really able to sit down and really think about things. So fear is used to he uses it to plant fear. So we stop before we even start. That's the truth. And the truth is, when we let fear or rejection take the driver's seat, we close the door on our own dreams. We start leaning into the negative voice instead of the positive possibility. So really what that all entails is that when we allow fear to become dominant in our thoughts, it can be paralyzing. it can stop you straight in your tracks and not let you move forward. And that really is just pushing your dreams into the future. Remember to really think about what is stopping you and why is it stopping you, so that when you are getting ready to go for those dreams and those goals and you're writing down your goals and you're like, I don't know if I can do that. I want you to do that, but I want you to take a step and really think back. Why were you hesitant on doing that? Because there's something that's stopping you. It takes time and it takes a lot of effort to actually sit down and really think about what you're thinking and really pointing out those fears, because those are our comfort, so to speak, areas, because we just don't want to deal with the rejection. We don't want our bodies to feel like that slap in the face moment. But in all reality, that's what's going to keep us, that's what's going to get us to where we want to be. Oh, why did my screen not change? Okay. So with that all to say, I don't want you ever doing that alone, because sometimes when you do it alone, you're going to stay in that soft spot where it's simple, it's easy, and you feel comfortable. I want you to find that accountability partner, that friendship with somebody that's not just friendship. This is the one that you could do your ride or die friend, someone who's going to listen to you when your fears, with your fears, but not let you camp out with them. If that's sometimes very hard, especially as a friendship, but you need that friend that's willing to be like, Ange, I want you to think about that a minute. And then let them remind you. Like it's okay to have those days. It's okay to have those negative thoughts. That's normal. But it's not normal to sit there and camp there, because that's what's going to stop you from being who you need to be and who you want to be. So, with that being said, also the power of the vision. I know earlier today, I think it was today or yesterday, Bree posted about like your vision. I strongly suggest you always refer back to your vision. Whether you're having a good day or a bad day, I always find myself every week going back and just lately and revisiting my vision. Excuse me, my vision has changed tremendously since I started. When I first started 8 years ago, I was really just struggling for myself. I didn't have kids. I was pregnant at the time, but I just felt what I was going through was normal. So then my vision changed that I wanted to be a better mom. I wanted to be present for my kids. And then let's fast forward to 5 years ago. I got put on maternity leave, was told that I could work from home, and then told me I couldn't. And I was the financial person for my family. And I was now being downgraded and having to not be able to work from home and lose my income that was supporting my kids at that time. And that's when the vision came that I needed to do this for the business. Maybe you're not doing it for the business. Maybe you're just doing it to get your products paid for, but that's okay. I also still encourage you to find that accountability partner, whether your dreams and your vision are small or big, to find that accountability partner who's not going to let you camp out in those negative thoughts, and have that friend that reminds you the true truth. It's going to be hard to listen to that truth, and it's going to be hard to be like, I thought you were my friend. But in all reality, when we get moving on into the future, you're going to be thanking that accountability partner and that friendship that you had with her or him, because that's what's going to get you there. That's what's going to get you out of that comfort zone and make you feel like you are actually going for your dreams that you wanted to go for and not for somebody else's. So again, make sure that that friend is not just a friend, that he or she is actually an accountability partner that won't let you stay stuck. They'll push you forward. They'll also remind you you are capable of doing big things. You're capable of changing lives, and you are capable of building that six-figure team. I want you all to take that right now and write that down. You are all capable of building that six-figure team. I don't want any one of you guys to think that you are not capable of doing any of that because you are. And friends, you don't need validation from the world to be successful. The only one whose validation truly matters is the Lord. He's the one cheering you on, proud of the steps you're taking, and He's the one providing for your family as you run after that vision He has planted in for you. So please remember that. Whether it's a graphic on Facebook, whether it's a shout out in the team page, whether it's a shout out in the message, it doesn't matter. What is really mattering is the good Lord has a plan for you and He is cheering you on for that dream that you already have planted for you. So make sure you remember that. So when those negative voices creeps in, and they will, remember, you don't fight them alone. You lean into faith, you lean into our community and choose every day to believe the truth. You are equipped, you are called, and you are capable of more than you even realize. Rejection isn't the end, and it's merely evidence that you are striving for greater heights. And again, make sure that you remember that your success does not hinge on validation. Instead, it flourishes from your belief in yourself. You are capable, you are worthy, and you are destined for more than fear. Remember that your dreams have a strength that outweighs your doubts if you choose to listen to them. Those negative voices in your head doesn't dictate your story. You do. So what you do to do what you want and what you have planned. So like let's say, for example, our daily routine. If you choose not to do them, that's your choice. If you do them, you're moving into the direction that you need to. As much as it's repetitive on all the things, for example, your three-way chats, making those posts, making the stories, it might be repetitive. But again, that is how you are going to get to where you want to be. So let's take a moment and I truly want you to visualize what success looks like for you. Imagine being here a year from now, reflecting not only on your fears that held you back, but on the victories you have achieved because you chose to push through these rejections. I simply did this for myself and I was totally caught off guard. I really thought what I was doing before was working until afterwards, and I really thought about it. I was focusing more on those negatives than I ever was with the positives. Picture yourself inspiring others and also inspiring yourself to focus on the positives. And at next convention, I want you to put on your vision board that you're going to have a team there. That's not just a dream. It's not just a vision board. It's a possibility. You can create and you can do. I put some affirmations here. I hope that you take one of them and write it down. But one of the biggest ones I want you to remember is to never give up. And again, rejection isn't the end. It's just proof you're reaching for something bigger. The negative voice in your head doesn't get to write your story. You do. You are capable, you are worthy, and you are built for more than fear. So don't let fear stop you. Success doesn't come from outside validation. It comes from believing in yourself. And remember, your dreams are stronger than your doubts if you choose to listen to them. So now visualize. I know we just did this, but imagine 1 year from now sitting in this exact Zoom, but instead of talking about fear, you're t talking about the wins you had because you didn't let rejection stop you. Imagine being here with me. Did I ever think 8+ years ago I would be sitting here and t sharing my vision and my stories and my success? No. And I'm sure you haven't imagined yourself doing it because I know 8 years ago I never imagined doing a Zoom. But being here today has really made me feel like I have succeeded and I have been successful with what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And I want it to be there for you too. Imagine filling the chair next to you at convention because you had the courage to share your story with one more person and not just keeping it in because of those negative thoughts that have stopped you from reaching out. So, what's next? Before I start with the holiday launch, I want you to find your accountability partner after this Zoom. Before this week is over, you should have an accountability partner that's going to be willing to help you go through those negative thoughts and keep you accountable for finding those positives because every negative thought has a positive. So, with that being said, write down those top 3 negative thoughts that have been holding you back and replace them with the truth. And reach out to one person today that you've been too nervous to talk to because you were afraid of being rejected or those negative thoughts coming. All right. All right. Holiday product launch. I'm going to stop sharing my screen though. Okay. Off of that soapbox, sorry, but that's just, was dear to my heart and something that I really wanted to share because I've doing coaching calls on a weekly basis with Bree has really been helpful. And I am going to also share that if you are not signed up for a coaching call, you should be. Whether you are just wanting to share to get your products paid for, or you want to be a bigger, big on the team, having that coaching call is those accountability partners that are going to push you through those negative thoughts and find the positives. And I'm also one that if you are having a bad day and you're like, hey, I'm not sure, I just need to talk this through, whatever, please message me. I'm here. I'm always willing to say, validate those thoughts, but also push you out of side of those comfort zones and keep going because that's what's stopping you. I have Baker gonna come on with me. We are gonna share about the holiday launch. I think she's on here. Are you on here, Baker? Yes, no?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So we are super, super excited about the holiday launch. I included, and we are going to just share because Ash and I have been here for quite a few of the launches with her finger. Uh,
This
uh,
is not that one.
and we've also been here for some launches that we did not expect to sell out, and it sold out in a matter of minutes, and we were lost with what to do. So we don't want any of you guys to feel that, but
No, I'm not drinking active. I made up another slim. I figured active wasn't probably a good thing at 8 o'clock at night, but
I'm actually shocked that you're not drinking an active right now.
just give me an IV of it at this point.
so if you want to take over, go ahead, Ash, and share a few tips on how to be successful for this launch.
Okay. Well, I can't say obviously what it is because I don't know, but I know that Plexus has been dropping hints in their story, and I've been like, me, I'm like our team secret spy, and I like investigate everything. And I saw this weekend that they had posted something on their story. I'm like, oh my gosh! So I screenshot it and put it in our chat. If you didn't see it, scroll back up and look at it. There's some hints on that, but I'm so excited for all the things. Like Ange said, we've been here for many different launches. And like the one year, I think it was when, I'm pretty sure it was when the Black Cherry Slim was launching, but it was a midnight launch, like launched at 12:01, whatever. Like everyone was staying up. We had this big like team Christmas party, like in our pajamas, all like on Zoom waiting for it to launch. And it literally like broke the internet. But we don't want that. It was a lot of fun, but that's not going to happen. Again, we're not really sure the time frame when am I frozen? When the launch is going to be, but from now, Monday, whatever time it is, 8:30, 9 o'clock, till tomorrow night before you go to bed, make your list. Make your list of people that have subscriptions that are supposed to run. Actually, you should probably look tonight and see if there's anybody that's supposed to run tomorrow. But definitely, if there's people that have their subscriptions that's supposed to run the 15th, which is Wednesday, maybe message them and be like, hey, there's a holiday launch coming. I'm not sure what it is, but I just saw that you had a subscription. So if you want to order extra or whatever it is, we can help you send a like sample message for that too if you don't feel confident with that. But just really reaching out to them, like letting them know that there is a holiday launch coming and there's more than one product, because we saw in the video the other day that Plexus posted too that there's more than one thing, and Breeze posted some things with the S in the parentheses. So there's some things coming.
And also,
But
because this is a launch, I want you to remember this is a one-time order and
yeah,
they cannot be added to subscriptions. So also, anyone that has a subscription, let's say, let's on the 28th or later, like in the month, like the 15th and to the 28th, you want to get them to push their subscription up or get their orders in before the 15th. So then this way, especially if you're running, it helps with the points and so forth of knowing where you're going to be at the end of the month, after subscriptions are ran, instead of being like waiting until the 28th and then being like, oh crap, their subscriptions didn't really run or so forth. And those ones that aren't running, like I know I have a few in my office, back office, that aren't running. I'm reaching out and letting them know a holiday launch is coming on the 15th. If this is something that they want to be part of, they can, and it doesn't have to be a subscription.
Can I
Um,
dive into that a little bit more?
yeah.
So Robin actually asked me about this earlier, Bathrick, because she went fast start silver in the last 2 days of the month after she got started. And so we were going through her month and mapping it and just diving into what Ange said a little bit more. Robin's goal this month is senior silver. But when we were mapping it, she said to me, how do I account for these orders? Because their subscriptions aren't until the 28th. How many of y'all have been there? Those of us that have been around for a little while, right? It's like we try to see where our points are going to end up at the end of the month, but we don't really know because we've got these subscriptions and people that haven't ordered. And so what Ange is saying is when Robin goes to her team and she's like, hey, there's a holiday launch that's coming. It's coming on the 15th. I want to make sure that you know everything that there is to know about it. I'm going to message you on the 15th. And she gets her people to order and do a one-time order. Then her next conversation can be, hey, because you've already gotten an order in this month, let's bump your subscription to the 1st or the 2nd of November. Because now what she gets to do is that subscription is set for the very beginning of the month. There's no more waiting every single month to see if those subscriptions go through. Does that make sense to everybody? So that we don't want to keep like what happens at the end of every month. It's inevitable. As much as I hate it, we're all scrambling to get our goals, right? Like we add so many people at the end of every month. They either don't add a subscription or they do add a subscription and it defaults to the 28th. And so what's going to happen, y'all, is the bigger that your teams get, you might have 2 or 3 people that do that now. But if that keeps happening, you're going to have hundreds of people. Like points will jump hundreds of points the last day of the month, and you have no way to tell what's coming. And so what we really want to do and what we've had corporate really help us with when some of us have gone to corporate and been like, hey, can we do some specials at the beginning of the month? Can we do some launches mid-month so that we can really get a hold on this and help our teams move their subscriptions to the beginning of the month? So make sure that this is not going to apply for all of you that are just kind of starting to build teams. But if you can keep that in mind, that if you can do a one-time order and you can get their 100 PV in, then have them move that to the first of the month. If they do not order the holiday launch, you don't want them to move their subscription, right? Because then you're not getting points this month at all for them. So only if they do a one-time order, then have them in there and you're getting points in October, then have them move their subscription to the first. Okay. If you have any questions about that, please, please, please message me. I know it might sound a little bit confusing, but I promise you it's something that will really help.
Right. That's what I was trying to say earlier, Bree, too, with the subscription thing. So thanks for that, because I know that there's been people too that have been like, oh, my order just ran. Now I don't have money to order the holiday launch too. So that's why I kind of like
Yeah.
just looking ahead at where subscriptions are is really good. And then people that don't have subscriptions on or haven't ordered, like they're just as important to reach out to.
Yeah. If they don't order, Gina, that's a great question. If they don't order 100 PV, so maybe they just get one bag of whatever is coming on, or one bottle, or one product, whatever is coming on Wednesday. If they just get one of them, you don't want them to move their subscription, probably, like, because they're not somebody that's probably as fully invested in the products yet. And so if they have a subscription that's running later in the month, that's probably not a conversation that I would have with them. But if you have a good friend that's ordering with you and you can just be like, hey, like nobody that knows us knows that or doesn't think that we're not doing this for a business, right? Like this is my livelihood. This is how I earn an income. And so I just go to my customers and I'm like, hey, you just ordered. Would you mind bumping your subscription to the first of the month? It would really help me out. And then we know what's coming every single month for you. Not everybody's going to do it, and that's fine. But definitely something to keep in contact with. Okay, Ange, anything else, or Ash? Thank you guys for doing that.
I don't think so.
Give people what they want, show them what they need. And so if you have somebody that one of the products that's coming in, and I can tell you more about this on Wednesday, corporate actually reached out to me. I'm leading the team or the whole field power hour call on Wednesday night. And I'll talk about this then too. But somebody that I have that orders every single month with me came in last year on an LTO that's coming out on Wednesday. And that's all that they ordered was one bag of it because they were interested in it. But then it opened up a whole world of conversation. So don't think that you can't bring somebody in. I used to think that, like, oh, I don't want to bring them in on an LTO and have them like fall in love with the flavor. We're not just having them fall in love with the flavor, we're having them fall in love with every single thing about Plexus. And once we get them in the door and we show them the community, we show them what they get with this, it opens it up to so many more things. So make your lists and start reaching out now, telling people, because nobody outside really, like nobody outside of this call is probably like checking emails and hints the way that we are because we're excited about it, right? Like nobody is like Baker, like zooming in on pictures because they don't really care like we care, right? And so we have to be the one to get them hyped about it. Don't assume that your VIPs opened that email that something big is coming. It's our job to tell them. And it's also our job to get them to share with people.
And make sure that you're using the graphics that they are posting for us to be sharing because that's what's going to antagonize people's interaction with you about the launch. And putting a little poll on your stories like something is coming, you want to be on my VIP list or something, and VIP list in the making so that people are wanting to be part of it.
Ditto what Angie just said.
Late. All right. Thank you so much, Ange. You crushed that. I love seeing you rise and do things that you're uncomfortable with to pass on the knowledge because that's exactly what we get to do here. We get to practice, we get to dive in, we get to show each other that it's possible.
Yeah, one thing I forgot. So something that I have been doing that has, oh, there's my heart. Uh, that has been very helpful and Bree can attest to it is I did take off the little weekend because we were away, but every day I'm on Instagram or Facebook and doing any of those motivational or inspiring reels, anything that it has been like calling me. If I'm feeling something, I'll go search it in like the search bar and it'll come up with like a reel or I want to say they're reels or like little graphics. And
Mhm.
I've been sending it to her for accountability so that she knows that I'm actually like still working on the mindset and so forth. Do I need to do that? Absolutely not. But because, I have that accountability partner with her, I know that it's okay that I just send it to her. And it's a validation that I'm actually doing it for myself. So that is something that you can do, and it has been very helpful, especially with the way processing things and in the real world, even in life and here.
Yeah.
So,
So good. So good. All right.
right,
Thank you,
take
Ange.
care.
Proud of
Bye.
y'all. It's going to be a good week. Good night, everybody.